Ahem, what the hell is this? What is this regarding sensitive and distressing scenes requested being disallowed? Does it even also concern extreme weather-related scenes, i.e. tornado, derecho, flash flood and hurricane damage in action?
It's more concerning acts that result in violent ones done by personnels rather than by nature, including scenes that result in brutal death of an innocent fellow by someone who bully, dox, threaten or harass or cause destruction of property, or both by personnels rather than extreme weather events like, for one example, destruction to young cub in green diapers with bomb in diapers who have PTSD, brutally assaulted by fellows who bully who hates furries in diapers, and kicked yacht causing him to be killed, and destruction of yacht and personnels killed on yacht, rather than horrific deaths and destruction by a tornadic waterspout ramming into a yacht.
I do note of that, as that acts from personnels is illegal and result in jail, even up to life if it ends in death. Anyhow, it's into the first hour of the Canbor Spinel Dozy Semana, 4 p.m. on June 4, 2024. However, such events on the June 2, 2024 was so bizarre, even fire alarm in Canbordy City and tornado sirens too. At 2:55 a.m. KBTS on 3rd, and 5:55 p.m. Elite City, as the cops and fire department gets dispatched to KB 784 HQ over eSports win celebration in Altverse, being the NT Extreme Masters Dalt24 Grand Final, being G2 Esports and Team Vitality in best of 3 in Counter-Strike when G2 wins 2-1. While I and Thunderscope members was monitoring developments from Webchester field at Thunderscope storm chasing headquarters. I do note on Storm Hollanda as it affected Webchester, as I recall, that the Webchesterian Meteorological Office issued orange thunderstorm alerts for most of the country, except in the Warwickshire coast for morning toward evening on the 1st, as our Webchesterian partner, one of the fellows from Webchester Thunderscope, said to WBC News, that the rain has been making its presence felt in the south since the morning, where more and more clouds were gathering and it was starting to rain, heavily at times. However, no thunder at the time yet, as est of the country was still dry, but reports of fog in the northern reaches, especially by the sea, with storm forecast at the time in the areas covered by the warning, accompanied by very heavy rainfall of 35 mm to 50 mm per square meter and wind gusts between 80 and 85 km per hour, around 50 kilonitros per choi, with locally possible hail. The level 2 aka orange warning means the possibility of occurrence of dangerous meteorological phenomena causing significant material losses and a threat to health and life. Dangerous phenomena or the effects of their occurrence may significantly limit business operations. Disruptions to daily functioning are to be expected, this as it results in RDK Webchesterian Bureau to close to visitors and outsiders and restrict to its own staff toward this time next week. Good thing it did not went to level 3, or red warning, as we at Thunderscope use the color-coded warnings, as the Tronic Diamond Weather Force use the color-coded warnings and advisories. Same goes for the MSE, Meteorological Service of Elitopia, and steering this month, Canbordy Weather Association Metcon.
Correct, Mitchell Zarkers, as Eirik Donstar must note, close to 1,800 days ago, on June 30th, 2019, on the day of Zambalian election 2019, when we at Thunderscope was monitoring Hurricane Anne, in which was forecast made impact of what is now as Eastern Trexland. Now let's get into in which misbrooks Topolia, in which affected Frisonians. We note some eSports at DG Square, now as DG Square Ilitosat, where the team TKG and JXEG then folded to ELS, then ECR and DRBE with BRG, as it now becomes at Elite City Sentinels. There was a reported fire alarm at RDK-3000 TriStar main HQ with teenage fan from Code Red, in which he would have turned 21 today as TKG 1422, as the alarm was being celebration of Happy New Month and Season Canbordian, CHESPN, now as an Ian. KB.P14 corresponding to July 2019 and Ada EY 1019, and TDE 1996, formerly as Larkspur, and into 10 days into 2736 ATRE and Rubian, a Viatrocant after the Altronican New Year.
I do note, close to 5 years ago, as that used to be my brother Steven Zarkers, who done some stupidity as I turned 30 last week, to be my 5th year at Thunderscope, as I also learn of event during the Mid-Year Fest 2019. EY1019. Now I must note another eSports being the one my cousins at RDK-3000 TriStar Mark X Kryptor and Mickey X Kryptor must follow, as with my other cousin from Cambordi City and Alftronic City, Eric X Kryptor from RDK-ATR and Robert X Kryptor, Kan2000 from RDK Kan and his brother Rex X Kryptor, Rexican, divisional leader of RDK-3000 TriStar Cambordi, also mastering subject for the event at 3 p.m. Elite City on 4th. Midnight KBTS from 4th to 5th in the next 50+ hours.
I do note, 2 subjects, Happy New Mesa and Trimester, Doza Semana on Canverspanel duodecimal calendar and Thunderscope periodic siren test.
Yes, the sirens are due to be tested early next week.
Also he works at RDK-3000 TriStar. There has been a fire alarm at RDK-3000 TriStar just not long ago at the top of the hour at the start of the match that turned to be a false alarm.
I do hear of the news from Team Jinx Esports and Gaming, also Captain Stefan Zanders and the hosts of Game TV who are also contributors of DG Square. TKEG has saw a fan from Team Code Red in which CDR will compete with an opponent today at 1700 hours or 5 o'clock p.m. after the match with us against JXEG. That bastard went up the stairs across the balcony at 2:58 p.m. He went to the entrance to RDK-3000 TriStar at 2:59 p.m. when the countdown to Cambordi season of Chespin gets into the final 60 seconds. The smartphone was showing the Cambordi channel live stream KBC-TV at the time. You should note access to the balcony is restricted access. He sound the fire alarm at the start of the match, also the start of the Chespin season can year 14 where the fireworks went off outside in downtown Elite City Metro, Federal District, Ilitopia, in Xenopolis City Xenopolia and in Cambordi City, Cambordi Republic. The fire alarm at RDK-3000 TriStar can be heard at DG Square somewhat, along with the fire sirens outside. I do note that RDK-3000 TriStar security and the police was called and also the fire department and definitely the DG Square security and management was also dispatched. He is a 16-year-old gamer who recently applied for Code Red. However, I talked one gamer walking behind me from CDR not long ago has told me the application has been denied and was rejected due to this stupid act. He is also banned from DG Square and Zendome too. Also his online gaming and social handles has been terminated, and he has also been expelled from high school and has since been kicked out of summer camp in which he was initially going to attend next week. That idiot has also gotten perma-banned from RDK-3000 TriStar. He is also not welcome at CHQ Enterprises, Star 2000 and SRJ64.
Thank you for clarifying what has happened, Mark Zaniels.
No problem, game on.
Rick, Mark Zaniels, that is to be my younger brother Steven who done stupidity. This as I heard from the police. He to be tried as a juvenile due to be underage on his 16th birthday as his ultimate Sweet 16 prank.
Correct, Mitchell Zarkers. He also faces expulsion, and he's also unwelcome at Zen Speedway to spectate races with me every Saturdays as I Corey Zanders learned. He is also barred from summer camp. Welcome back to ELN24 Afternoon Live. I am Raymond Blake from Game TV. Latest on Team K Gaming and JXEG match later on, but first recapping the stunning event last hour. Code Red Esports has been disqualified from the tournament being the Summer 2019 tournament, as the match being Code Red vs Opticalito is now cancelled. To repeat, match being Code Red vs Opticalito to occur at 5 o'clock p.m. Elite City has been cancelled. This after most in the roster encourages the 16-year-old teenage fan whose name is withheld due to being a minor. Went up to RDK-3000 TriStar main HQ and sounded the false fire alarm at start of Happy New Month and Season Kespin and second half of the Canberra year KP14 corresponding to July 2019 and ADA EY1019. Now, in replacement of the match to be newest esports team, Green Matrix to take on Opticalito, same time at 5 o'clock p.m. Elite City or after TKG and JXEG match, whichever comes last. Now concerning developments this morning, Code Red Esports has been disqualified from the tournament being the ELG Game Jam Esports Mania Suki 2024, EY1024, and banned from matches until 2026, EY1026, this after most in the roster encouraging two fans to do a copycat incident over the incident on June 30th. 2019 regarding false fire alarm over 16-year-old esports fan who done stupidity, at Happy New Month and Season Kespin aka Anian. and second half of the Canberra year KB.P14 corresponding to July 2019 and ADA EY1019 when eSports fan over celebrate HNM Canbordy, in which the attempt to do it when we ushered in Gumbalan KB.P19 was thwarted by Mark E Kryptor, Corey E Kryptor, and Mark E Kryptor aka Mark Zaniels, Corey Zanders, and Mark Ilito Trexter, who Farah wrestled the fellow down after Mark E blasted air horn and impact train horn. The one for HNM Canberra Spinell and new Trex Mester and Doza Semana in next 2 days was axed thanks to an undercover police officer for ECPD, in which LEDs to arrests this morning, including some in the roster, in which led to action by eSports Commissioner alongside the eSports Manager, in which expels the gamers and fires the head coach. The VWGT roundup today, game over. Code Red eSports banned until 2026, EY1026, and disqualified on encouraging fans for Copycat event 18 Giatrokins ago that was thwarted. CDR vs Elite City Sentinels eSports match scheduled for 3 PM ELC in 2 hours is cancelled.
Viewing party just announced in replacement of VCR and CDR. We are just learning of developments now, as it just came into the VWGT newsroom. To start within this hour, we have a VWGT correspondent en route to the G-Squarely Tozit.
Pride Month gets underway as Roblox and Second Life gets into the mood for the Pride Fest with decided Roblox experiences, and Second Life places Robloxians and Second Life residents create and maintain for the players, including Second Pride and Pride at Home in World at Second Life and LGBTQ+ vibe in Roblox.
I am Robert James.
I am Mark J. Phelps.
I am Melissa Katzenschen.
And this is VWGT on Vero. First off, we do want to apologize on the on-air incident on last Friday's airing of VWG2 and during LAN party event on Pride Eve with active countdown to HNM Ilito Zeta EY1024, in which led to episode to be cut short and cut to Mark E Kryptor and Chris K Kryptor, in which they took over the coverage for RDK-TS Prime, including the RDK countdown watch. This was blamed on 2 lesbians who were racy and went nude, exposed their breasts onto the cams without warning, in which sets off auto-censor and immediate cut to RDK-TS hosts and substitute hosts being main hosts of VWG2 and Extra on Vero's streaming channel Vero Plus, saying offensive remark as Mark and Chris also devoted one segment in program to ice hockey, especially the ETHA Ilito Trex Cup 2024, EY1024 playoffs, in which results in yesterday's episode of VWGT and VWG2 and preempted to devote coverage of hockey through Ilito Sports Hockey Live Then Hockey Night in Ilitopia, thanks to the hockey game going into dozy overtime. This is Corey Zanders, also Scott Ilito Starkup, to take action to tackle the topless females 4 hours after other incident with your famous headlock and Scott's karate and get them off camera. Yes, Mark Zaniels, this is nudity on television during live broadcast is a huge no-no. Thank God for the auto-censor, as I and Scott ESK noted it as took action instantly. Not only Farah and Raptor took action, I also took action and alert you fellows to get hold of the DG Square Ilito Sat security and call the KA Satsu. Elite City Police, as nudity in public is against the law in Ilitopia and Tronic Diamond Union plus Trex Land also a bannable offense at DG Square Ilito Sat. Yes, Scott, as I Stefan and my cousin Marco called La Policia, the police on the matter. Yes, as I Trex Rex went to the call assistance box and yanked at the lever as Costa rushed to me within seconds as I point to subject as Farah explain as Costa radioed in security.
Yes, as I heard my beeper going off when you yanked at the lever as I saw 2 nude lesbians during LGBT Pride Countdown event. As I immediately radioed in security as you deal with the fellows as you handed them over to the security. Now, as you may aware, Today's esports match for Elite City Sentinels and Code Red is cancelled due to the Code Red roster encouraging fans to do stupidity over celebration of HNM Canbordy, in which was thwarted over Copycat of incident close to 5 years ago, 1,800 days, as they get disqualified from the tournament and banned until 2026 as the plan to do it was axed, in which would have to occur at Happy New Month Canbordy Spinely and Duodecimal, in next 50+ hours, in which surprisingly involves arrest by the cops. Now some of the roster is arrested, in which gets expelled and the head coach fired. As I learned not long ago to be watch party to occur soon, of another esports event but not taking place here nor across Elitopia, nor in Canbordy nor across Tronic Diamond Union, Canberra World, Webchester, Hanatolia, Trexland and Taxico.
Now, we are going to head to the viewing party, but it's not esports of the NT Extreme Masters Dal24 of Vitality and G2 in Counter-Stroke, but to be ice hockey regarding the ETHF Elito Trex Cup, as we to head to the sports bar at DG Square Elitosat, as Elitos play today, puck drop at 2 o'clock. While we order for food as I to sound my impact horn when the Elitos score and once they wins. Series tied 3-3, as it's a must-win for the Elitos as they compete at Rex Arena. This in the semis, as tickets for the hockey game are sold out. Yes, as we must focus on the Elitos in hockey rather than the Extreme Masters in esports. Maybe tune one of the TVs to Elito GRESP while others remain on the hockey game broadcast on Elito Sports.
Corey Zanders, is our brother in the roster in the starting lineup for Elite City Elitos?
Yes, Jared.
Uncle Mark Zaniels, is the hockey match really to start at 2 o'clock p.m.?
It must be after the introduction and Elitopian national anthem.
Yes, as that is slated shortly after the national anthem, around 14:10 to 10 p.m. as Elito Wizard and Princess Omega are en route to Rex Arena to spectate also for the ceremonial face-off by the Elito Wizard. Mark Zaniels, if the Elitos win, what team does they compete for the opponent in the final? Kenka, it to be the This after fall of true colors in which TC gained significant criticism and which led to group and place getting closed down. This is this month of June 2024, Zeta EY1024, and TDE 2001 and Bravo Buyer XTX.Y24 plus Jaken KB.P19 sure to be interesting for this Roblox experience and those in the Robloxian 2S LGBTQIA plus community as whole as with those in Second Life and Last Report, Gary's Mod, IMVU, Habbo, Gaia Online, Fortnite, Minecraft, those at DreamHack Longhorn 2024 in Altverse, and those in the virtual world, esports and gaming community. This as we pan around as the cam, we showcase the subjects, mind the other players present, as the categories are non-binary, gender fluid, agender, as I go around. Trans, transform transmastic, bigender, bisexual, lesbian, gay, queer, omnisexual, pansexual, polysexual, polyamory, intersex, asexual and aromantic, and lastly I to step on the stripe. There should have be the one for furries as Casper is roaming around on the place as of present. As some fellows beside are on trans stripe. As I note some of what they say get trexed out, they may had said some content not suited for general audience. This is one mentions child and another saying their device is turned down as we focus away from subject to camera's left. As I head to the one on furthest right, on lower row. Straight allies like me. This is it sure to be a blast throughout the month even in the virtual metaverse. Joining with physical counterparts in Trex City, also in Elite City Elitopia, Canbordi City, and ITRC. That is all for the live report. I am Trexer, E Kryptor, reporting for VWGT. Now I must beam up back to RDK Trex Tower in Trex City. Due to viewing party at DG Trex at 1400 hours eSports in Altverse and Counter-Strike, G2 and Team Vitality as the VWGT hosts will detail more on it. As for RDK-TV and Trex Vision 4 viewers, we hand off to Mark Starblocks on TXV4 for news update and Mark E Kryptor and Chris K Kryptor for the RDK TSRT 24-hour news beat.
Every hour, on the hour, this is the news beat.
Thank you, Trexer. In fact, report back now. I am Chris K Kryptor and this is Mark E Kryptor from Studio RDE in the news.
Update to Storm Hollanda. It is lashing over parts of Webchester as forecast stated to depart to mainland Anatolia tomorrow, then to move to Sikapo to strike Swathopia and New Opalian in Unity Islands as tropical cyclone Hollanda to move in over the course of the week with lesser impact to Canbordi. Forecast and track is subject to revision.
Esports and gaming. Elite City Sentinels and Code Red to be held in next 90 minutes is cancelled after the league disqualifies CBR from the tournament and banned until 2026. EY1026 over Copycat attempt 1.8 Niatrikansa go on encouraging fans to sound fire alarm in over celebration of Happy New Month Canbordi. Team Vitality to take on against G2 Esports in the grand final of the INT Extreme Masters Dalt22, part of DreamHack Dalt22 in Altverse to occur at 1400 RDKELC with live stream in progress in Altverse and watch parties occurring now or imminently in this verse, including at DigiSquare Elitizot, also at Digitron, and as Trexer said earlier, DigiTrex.
From esports to physical sports in ice hockey and ETHA Elito Trex Cup semis. Elite City Elitos are at home ice once again as they take on against Streaker Rocks to occur at top of the hour at 1400 hours RDKELC as they compete at Rex Arena and to be broadcast on the all-new RDK 3000 TriStar Radio Service 3 catering to sports alongside separate audio or multi-view on this channel. As in Reeker yesterday, Elitos shut out the Rocks 1-zip in dozy overtime to force Game 7 as winner takes on against the Bumblebees in the final, as it's a must-win for the Elitos.
This is we will also cover it from NewsView on RDK 3000 TriStar today, as we have the RDK Newsline correspondents to cover the event and the watch parties of the important hockey match.
Mark Zaniels, why did Kenka, Ilitatina, and Trax Rex head off to? Corey Zanders, they also Ichigo and Marco are heading to eSports Arena section for the watch party as the Zenpok, Slackers and Trex friends now have interest of the eSports match in the viewing party to start at 1400 hours as the viewing party gets in progress. Introductions as I check Ilito GRESP. Already started since 1345 when the opening ceremony kicks off. Mentioned since 1336, as I check Vero, Robert James said that the VWGT cast of it is planned. For some reason, once Kenker requests the TV tuned to Ilito GRESP since 1340 as 3 of the TVs gets tuned to Ilito GRESP, while other televisions get tuned to the hockey match pre-game show via Ilito Sports, 1 tuned to VWG2N and 1 tuned to Ilito News 24 Deck Mill. And remaining on Ilito Speed, ends up all tuned to Ilito GRESP. As the watch party of the hockey game in the ETHF semis Game 7 turned to watch party of eSports in Altverse and Counter-Strike, G2 and Team Vitality. Yes, thankfully, We hadn't ordered yet, as we must head to Chicken Hut right away as the A6 and Omega Costa are very busy on watch party on hockey game. Chris X Z Kryptor, Daniel Z Kryptor, is VWGT Silumcast still airing on Trex Vision 4?
No, it has since ended since 1345 as the channel is simulcasting Breeze Vision 5.
Yes, Claw, as the channel is simulcasting the hockey game from Elite City via Silumcast from Jinx Television in English-only broadcast, as Jinx Television also terminates the VWGT Silumcast also to devote coverage of the hockey game.
Which teams are to be competing?
Elite City Elitos and Trexer Rocks, to start at 1400 at Rex Arena in Elite City, Elitopia. This in Game 7 as series are tied 3-3 in semis. Bravo as in semis Alpha, Blueberry Bumblebees advance to the finals.
I know Trex City Kryptors are out of the playoffs, however still part of Rex Trex Hockey Association. They are in the Trexers Cup final already to start in the week ahead.
However, watch party in Trex City at Trex Arena is cancelled due to prep for concert this evening.
Yes, this as there's a concert to be held tonight for a trending signer, Dianzi, to be performing here on Trex City, as the first stop in tour outside Elitopia to be neighboring Trexland. Mark Zaniels, why is Mark E Kryptor and Chris K Kryptor at Elito NYE Central and Raymond Blake and his colleagues too? Corey, Raymond, and his colleagues are monitoring the subject on when the key point to occur. Things are synchronized to the initiation to the kickoff of the eSports gamer battle as it's after 14:04 and 35, 10-second countdown shown on host broadcast. What with the 10-second NYE countdown? Raymond Blake, is that really necessary? Yes, as the event has started but not yet the eSports gamer battle as it's map 1 in Inferno in Counter-Strike. This to occur in 15 seconds on the countdown into a dozen seconds into 2:05 p.m. 14:05 and 12. This explains the second countdown in progress.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Confirmed. 14:05 RDK-TSR in Elite City in 12 seconds.
75.3 EMT and 61 Kino Choice, 1808 TRX and 66 Decions, 4823 MMT and 11 Misas, 9008 EZT and 24, 753 Deci and 611, 732, or 7228 Sign and 0.666, 16 Xenals and 24 Binals, 2 Do and duodecimal, 753,111 Trokins on Priadis Zeta 2nd Elite Year EY1024 Elite Day 153. Cordita, Duo Z, Nerf Day, Bravo BIRX 4th, Trex Year TX.Y24, Sunday June 4th, 2024, and via Trokin 100,051 8th Day PRI Day, Zeta 2nd TDE 2001 153. 1,518 MTS. 22, 15, 631 Psi, Pi, 8919M, Z12719, 374 161E, Epsilon 2nd EDC, Heptmise 2nd Leg Alpha, Chinksho Splix Leg Bravo. This is for you Mark Z Kryptor, and Corey Z Kryptor. You must report to work starting at 14:30, as you to be assigned task in relation to event in progress now. What? Mark E Kryptor, are you sure? Yes. Ifera must note, does it involve eSports regarding Counter-Strike?
Yes, and one other being hockey regarding the Elitos and the Rocks.
I knew it. I Corey must note I to cover for the Elitos and Rocks on RDK-TSRT.
Yes, Corey Z as I Chris K Kryptor confirmed. Puck drop at 14:10.
Haha. That is where the music coming from, as I was looking for my radio as it was moved from another spot. Anyhow, take note, it's almost time for story time, as chubby H Kryptor's bro Daniel hath rose to be coming soon after 3 o'clock for the newest storybook to read out loud to you. He is running late, thanks to busy traffic in downtown Elite City due to detours for outdoor watch party of hockey game. The Litos just scored, leading 1-0.
Apologies, as this is very important and urgent, as my brother Farah, Corey's E Kryptor, Corey Zanders told me, Jared Zanders, via messaging. Something's going on during the hockey game in which needed my attention, as it is not a fire alarm nor lockdown, police alarm. Action done by the opponent to the Alitos late in first period with less than 2.5 minutes on game clock.
When does the subject occur that result in whistle?
Skittles, just in the past moment at 3 o'clock p.m. and a few seconds into the minute.
Straight at 3 o'clock in the afternoon?
Yes, as I learn, 3 o'clock p.m. and 2.0 seconds.
I Casper wonder what caused this. Same as I, Skittles.
What caused the interruption to the hockey game? That is no fun. It's not fire alarm as you said, however, is it the bumblebees, or sudden scoreboard buzzer going off, or power going out at arena?
Neither. The hosts on the TV will explain the situation in which you must pay attention.
We begin with a sports alert off the top. There has been unbelievable action in which occurred that results in unwanted goal by Rocks, tying up the score as it's tied 1-1 as it's under review.
As per commentary for Alito sports commentator, he said in Elitish, being, Suday.
I have to mute since the host is speaking the commentary in Elitish, native and secondary language of Elitopia, as he to say the one in English as the English translation on news banner as I'd unmute.
Meaning in English, sudden event unfolded late in period 1 for Reeker Rocks in which distracts the Alitos and Rocks on ice. This due to Happy New Month Corjotopian of Charlie 987 CJE, in which occurred at 1500 hours RDK-ELC in 2 seconds and 2:24 on the game clock.
This being 2:58 p.m., 2 minutes toward 3.
Who serves for the Rocks, immigrated since 985 CJE, 2022, EY 1022.
That is unbelievable.
For Silver City Cyclones, as this occurs mainly on the benches for the Rocks, as one player on ice for the Rocks also over-celebrated, but he is now serving a 10-minute misconduct penalty for unsportsmanlike conduct, as the goal is to be disallowed to be 1-0 Alitos.
10-minute misconduct for unsportsmanlike conduct. Good thing he gets instant karma as he gets sent to the penalty box.
This as the video scoreboard was also showing RDK-3000 TriStar TV service since 2:58 p.m., 14:58 done by fellow who went to scoreboard room, as that resulted in alarm to the security office.
Did the security ever catch the fool who messed up with the scoreboard? He also gets instant karma by the venue security.
Checking my pocket mate, yes, he has since been caught by the security guards at Rex Arena as he to be escorted out as he entered a restricted area, as it's restricted for the staff.
That idiot. Setting off false alarms. This at 255 kbts, that is sure a rude awakening in Canberra City, even setting off the emergency warning sirens across Canberra City. Hope they get instant karma by the Canberra police. This after reported fire, lockdown, and tornado alarms going off at KB 784 headquarters by friend of Canberra Lazuli, over eSports win in Altverse, IEM Dal24 SG2 eSports shuts out Team Vitality 2-1, in the grand final, after 13-8 map score in map named Nuke. At the same time Elite City Elitos shut out Reeker Rocks in a 2-1 score in overtime in Elta Polis, aka Elitopian or Wheeltopian hockey, in the semi-finals as I note. They to compete against the team in West Elto, Blueberry Bumblebees. I suppose it to be rematch as the last meetup in the finals was back in KB.P17, 2022, EY1022. I also do note in the Altverse, related to hockey, the NHL Stanley Cup playoffs, in the final, next week, as the Oilers take on against the Costa Panthers and here in Canberra. The Canberrian team based in Canberra City shuts out the opponent hours prior to win the Regional Hockey League in Canberra, to win the Canberra Cup in the final in a 4-3 score in overtime.
7, 6, 6, 6, 5, 2, 6, 9, 6, 8, 6, 7, 6, 9, 6, 6, 5, 6, 4, 7, 3, 6, 2, 6, 8, 1, 6, 3, 5, 5, 1, 2, 9, 7, 8, 7, 6, 7, 5, 7, 4, 3, 2, 1 minute back, 7, 6, 36, 38, 36, 38, 6, 35, 36, 36, 1, 34, 33, 32, 31, 38, 37, 32, 35, 31, 37, 36, 40, 39, 38, 37, 36, 35, 34, 33, 32, 31, 30, in Canberra and Spinelian duodecimal, 2-3, 2-2, 2-1, 2-2. Do L, do deck, do 9, do 8, do 7, do 6, do 5, do 4, do 3, do 2, do 1, 2, L, deck, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Happy New Dosis Semana, Mesa, and Trimester, 7th Mesa, 3rd Dosis Semana and 2nd Trimester of the Canberra Spinel Dosi Year of Growth 2U9 or 177. Getting into the groove with time will tell from T-Stay Bends with DJ Kan2000. Best wishes from fellows at RDK 3000 Trysts or Canberra Unit Division to RDK Radio Service 2 Canberra Feed and Sukinet TV under Pi 314 and participating radio stations across Canberra. With love from I. Robert K. Kryptor, Robert Zarkers, Kan2000 to my brother Rikikan, X Kryptor and the extended family, also to listeners elsewhere including on the RDK TSR Radio Service 2 ELS feed. Shout out to cousins Mickey and Mark X Kryptor and their companions Hydrox and Mickey. You should note the acronym ELS in Canberlish form is ELC for Elite City, however the acronym in ELS in English stands for the baseball team Elite City Swifters, as there's the baseball game to kick off imminently as they take on Blueberry Bluebirds, at Zendome. Anyhow, used to be eSports team Elite City Shock, in which became Elite City Cryptors, ECR, merged with DRBE to become Elite City Sentinels as they compete now in eSports in Operation Offensive in Best of 5 with X Gaming. Anyhow, concerning the baseball game, why not tune to the radio to the baseball game?
This on 95.4 FM on the radio. RDK 3000 TriStar Radio Service 3, as it devotes to sports coverage.
Is that a new radio station?
95.4 megahertz. I must let Skittles of the frequency on the FM band, as I must tune his radio to the radio station as he loves sports including baseball, as it have an analog tuner however plays CD and cassette as well. As I to tune my radio to the said frequency being the vintage radio, however with FM as I must listen to the Elitos as they take on against Blueberry Bumblebees in the hockey playoffs final.
Correct Hydrox, as I Corey Z Kryptor, Corey Zanders, Farah must follow developments of the hockey game very closely. Same as I, Mark E Kryptor, Mark Zaniels, Raptor, as with today's matches in baseball and eSports, as the Elite City Sentinels take on X Gaming as the Swifters take on against Blueberry Bluebirds. No wonder Blueberry DGBs still gets permabanned from eSports even 2 years later since incident in late June 2022 in the spring finals. Due to over-celebration of HNM Canbordy and involvement by fans with porn on the video scoreboards as some of the Bumblebees were involved as the Bumblebees get fined and disqualified from the 2022 Elito Cup finals, as they were faced with 1 season ban for 2023. EY1023 as they went back in action in 2024. EY1024 however Game 6 had to be played at Rex Arena in Elite City and not at venue in Blueberry, B-Dome in which one part is a hockey arena. Another is basketball arena and third is eSports arena as that facility gets blown up as told by ELG Game Jam in punishment of 2022 incident despite warning from ETHA to halt. Yes, Raptor, as they blow up as per stern order by Elitopian League of Gaming Game Jam despite order against by Elito Trex Hockey League. Oh my. The rain is getting a lot heavier and it is very windy. The satellite signal may go out at any point during the storm.
Oh no! Cambordy City is very gangland!
Such a rude awakening. I am aware that this is used for a roll call for RDK establishment. Oh my god. Tropical Storm Mudkip. I just realized. It believe it has made landfall at this minute in Canbordy Republic. Catherine Zaniels, why are you up at 6 AM?
I just got paged by ELN24 to head to Zen Broadcast Media Group headquarters as a newsroom super.
This is an RDK-3000 TriStar alert. I am Zen S Kryptor bringing to you live and direct from RDK-3000 TriStar main headquarters in Elite City, Federal District, Elitopia from Studio X8 Beta. We want to welcome to our viewers as we are bringing this newscast on all platforms of RDK-3000 TriStar including it.
Welcome back to ELN24 Mornings. I am Richard Zanderson, and this is Ravi Anand and Jessica Kanders from ELN24 Mornings studio at ELNZBGHQ in Elite City. This is an ELN24 alert as we have breaking news concerning Tropical Storm Mudkip Canbordi City.
Oh my god. Lightning just struck KBN Broadcasting Center and Canbordi Tower. KBN on all channels in Canbordi City just went off the air. Emalga Vision is still on the air in Canbordi City.
Oh my god, so close!
The Doppler radar has detected some significant rotation. This is like not far from Canbordi City, and based on movement, heading to Canbordi City. Oh my god. Tornado sensors at the RDK Canbordi Bureau detecting returns, possible tornado forming.
It's on the ground. It's on the ground. It's on the ground.
You sure, Ryan M. Kryptor, the tornado is on the ground?
Yes, to the west of Canbordi City, moving east.
Rex X Kryptor, tornado alert, tornado alert, head to the tornado shelter immediately, sound the alarms and sirens and get a hold of Can-Kip Studios now.
Oh my god. Tornado alert. I will do that now. Good thing for my new poncho and raincoat, rain boots and rain slacks as it was brought earlier in the year, and my new umbrella as well. Thank God Canbordi City is embracing the least impacts as it's forecast to become tropical depression Hollanda as further weakening is expected over the course of the evening and by 18Z. Evie, all is good in Canbordi City, compared to KB.P15, 2020, EY1020 when Tropical Storm Mudkip goes over Canbordi. That is good to hear, Cousin Robert. Forecast state to go eastward then track north to Sikapota strike area to the south of Klipnianershan. My bro Rikikan are in talks with Mark K. Kryptor from RDKF on the storm as it to go over Apen land as a category 5 then weaken to tropical depression due to wind shear and terrain, over the mountains, as it to be so cold still up at 1.5 kilometers. To fall as snow or rain/snow mix on the mountain tops of Mount Mudkip once it goes over Mudkip City and Klipnianershan. Maybe wintry showers with ice pellets or sleet and grapple at the freezing line at 1,500 meters, perhaps freezing rain and thunderstorms, thunder snow and thunder ice as well, and strong winds. Up to at least 100 kilometers per hour to 110 kilometers per hour wind gusts. I do note, Robert is it to go over Hugh Exitex Union as RDK-ATR Stefan at Kryptor has briefed RDK Hex H Kryptor of the matter in Hex City. Hex Topolia is it to go over Hugh Exitex Union as tropical depression toward East Central Eastia and FUDS to at least Zhongland. If the track changes, to become Typhoon Hollanda to be in harm's path of Nippon land and Taiyan Dazhong as Bangkokian and Tokyo would be on alert as with Sistika still reeling from New Year's quake and tsunami, Prehopes Korhanguland, and its capital Gyeongseong too and by latter part of the month. Based on historical track, would aim for Ultimopia and Kesar, Taxico, Pacifica, and Western Taxico, Xenopolia and / or Elitopia. Eevee, take note the track may change at any given point. It may miss those mentioned. Robert, add Stefan AT Kryptor of RDK-ATR immediately. Waterspout footage from drone north of Altronic City in Lake Altronic, then handoff video call to Eevee. He will moderate the video call. Okay, Tronix is added. Rikikan. Eevee, you are now assigned moderator as its handoff to you. Thank you, as I mark X Kryptor will join RDK Zenos Crystal X Kryptor, RDK Hugh Exitex Hex H Kryptor, and RDK CJP, Sarah JD Kryptor as with head deputy leader Milos Z Kryptor and head leader Ryan M Kryptor. As I to become vice moderator of call as Ryan and Milos to be head moderators who will take over the call. Head leader, Ryan M Kryptor. There is a waterspout that gets caught on footage via drone from RDK-ATR from its staff sent to us since 1330 RDK and Elite City, 73.0 EMT, 1730 TRX and 730 Kiotrokins June 7th, 2024 and Zeta 7th, EY1024 and TDE 2001.
I do note, Eevee. Based on radar, it is believed to come from a developing storms in Lake Altronic, north of Altronic City. Myos?
Correct Ryan M Kryptor. This as I Milos Z Kryptor track on the storm, to become severe with a special marine warning issued for Lake Altronic as it to move away from Altronic City as it to impact Webchester tomorrow.
Webchester?
Yes.
I'm going to add women's segmented from RDK-WB from Webchester to Webchester. Women, take note, there are 9 storms heading from Altronic Republic to impact Webchester in the next day. Make sure you have the emergency protocols at hand.
I do note of this, as I heard from WBC News. You are right on this as it might warrant a level 2 or orange thunderstorm warning. Highest is red or level 3, lowest is level 1 or amber.
I do note on this as my colleague shot the footage on the waterspout on the drone as there was a tronic alarm that gets issued for Altronic City but mainly for the mariners warning of waterspout and for boaters to head to immediate safe harbor and for beachgoers to head off the beach. Similar to the procedure for a tsunami advisory or shark alarm, this as the shark alarm sirens was blaring but no shark as it's to warn of a strong waterspout.
Shark alarm used to warn of waterspout. Was this authorized? Here in Cambodia, the practice is disallowed to avoid confusion of shark or waterspout / tornado.
Robert X Kryptor of RDK-3000 TriStar Cambodia, that is in fact actually a beach hazard siren as it uses different tone, one for shark, another for waterspout, third tone for lightning danger.
Every hour, on the hour, this is the 24 news beat.
Is the TV in the squad room tuned to channel 50, Ilito Blitz television? If so, the channel must be tuned to another channel immediately as it contains content that offends them once they return to the room after Operation Bumblebee as Mickey, Casper, Bradley, Sorrow and Skittles has had a blowout as censor pod readout was read since 1416 as they were watching My Little Pony, in which then shows unjust subject with high-pitched loud audio in which result in intruder alarm across the S-libment but a silent alarm. An RDK-3000 TriStar Security and Elite City Police to respond to alarm call in which that turned out false alarm. Tuned to Channel 5? That is RDK-3000 TriStar Television Service, who changed the channel. Mark E Kryptor, Raptor. Since when? 1418. Noted. Mark X Kryptor, Mark Zarkshaw, Evie, I Mark Z Kryptor, Mark Zaniels, Raptor, was running to the squad room as I heard the alarm call on the PA system and noted subject on the TV as I had to grab my phone as it have an IR feature, open remote app and tuned to channel at random. Yes, Raptor as the channel was tuned to RDK-TV. Channel 5 as a result. I learn now, ILITO-Blitz-TV permanently shut down since 1423 and 50. And that is the 24-hour news beat for June 7th, 2024 and Zeta 7th, EY1024. We must remain on the air on RDK-TV. This as we learn, code VGR has been imposed as Vero is simulcasting RDK-TV.
We are urgently investigating what has happened that led to code VGR as we are in touch with Elitotronics Telemedia and Vero as we have just alerted the distributors KBMK, Trex Media and Neo-Ionic Trony Media to terminate the Silimcast as we learn from Jinx Television producer at Elitotronics Telemedia. Jinx Television has terminated the Silimcast of VWGT and is simulcasting Jinx 24.
Sudden incident has occurred. Mishap at Studio Control V in which VWGT was going to Silumcast Elito GRESP on feature segment to air on both Elito GRESP and Vero in which to be only showcased on the channels as it warrants us to deliver the news update in brief then hand off to Elito News 24 Deck Mill Silumcast temporary. Ends up simulcasting another channel, Elito Blitz TV being independent station in which gets shut down as it was showing two nude lesbians having sex in which results in immediate auto-censor. Prior hand, it shows hate-oriented content and Nazi symbols with very loud audio without warning with text and chant. My Little Pony is gay when the channel was airing the show. My Little Pony on Elito Blitz TV then X-rated content, as the station was hijacked since 1415 Elite City and RDK time. As channel gets shut down at 1424 RDK ELC when feed from Vero switches to RDK-TV. According to Elite City Police, the person responsible was arrested on the spot near the broadcast station.
We have to pass you an important and high-priority programming alert. Today's episode of VWGT will have to prematurely end, as the VWGT hosts has stormed off the set in anger, and told the production crew to prematurely end the episode in response and have us take over this as one key producer looked at one of the monitors showing the X-rated content and said offensive remark as that alarms other producers and the supervisor as he is on administrative leave as a result. To repeat, today's episode of VWGT will have to prematurely end, as the VWGT hosts has stormed off the set in anger, as we get told to take over the coverage, one producer said offensive remark.
RDK-3000 TriStar today is up next at 14:30 RDK ELC on both RDK-3000 TriStar and Vero television services. Tonight's episode of VWG2N to be preempted due to coverage of Autosport Race 1 Million Trokins of Pride Duel 1000.5, 2024, EY1024, TX.Y24, TDE 2001 to start at 1512 RDK ELC and 800 KTS as Vero's coverage will start at 1530 RDK ELC.
The drinks to be for me, my sister Crystal Zanders, my brother Corey Zanders and his friend Mark Zaniels, as I would have give it to Cameron, Richard and Adrain, but Cameron is at work for transit company driving a transit bus for Lake Joran Valley. Richard is at Aledo Mall, Adrain also at work for towing company. This is I am watching RDK-3000 TriStar television service on my Pocket Mate in television mode. No wonder VWGT gets cut short over subject the hosts explain earlier as I had to talk to Raptor and Farah for explanation. Also on the race to start at 3:12, Choi 80 in Alftronic City.
Game on.
No time to talk right now. I am off to see Trexer who to give the drinks Mark Zaniels from Elite City. Elitopia gave to me, as his colleague Corey Zanders' brother Jared brought those from cafe there for 1 Elio, 2 Trexland dollars, 50 cents.
The one at cafe next door to RDK Trex Tower costs 10 cents cheaper, costing $2.40.
Noted, see ya around. Okay, I must note Trexer and Chris at the lower floor as I have something for them.
Steve Zylostar. I did not expect you to arrive back to Trex City following vacation to Alftronic City then to Sharkville in western Elitopia also eastern Trexland including Trextopolis and Canbordy City.
Trip to Canbordy City and Zwathia has been cancelled due to tropical cyclone Hollanda.
I must note on this, as you arrived back to Trex City much earlier than expected.
Yes, hold on while I get off and place my bite. Anyhow, I am going to give the drinks to you.
I suspect coffee for me and Claw.
Correct.
So, Trexer, what gives on the subject? You showed me videos of subject on SignTube/CanberTube. Robert, this being the subject mentioned from Casper on Rascord on June 9, 2024 or 9th JakenKB.P19, Zayton 9th, EY1024 and Bravo Buyer X 11th, TX.Y24 and also yesterday. This as I explain and showcase the screenshots on my tablet. This is I to explain on the subject. This is the blocks land moderation system in my terms, as they claim. It get all trexed up regarding certain items getting deleted / banned in fellows sanctioned for sexual consent on certain clothing items in specific. This is one of Casper's virtual items in blocks land he gets deleted, so I had to intervene and head to donate me and transfer like close to 250 Robux to Casper for virtual clothing item for his virtual char once and he beams into metaverse to donate me, equivalent to about 1 Leo 25 or shy of 95 Canber coins. Determining in legacy RDK 3000 TriStar factored rate and rate to 1 Trex land dollar and baseline rate of Canber coin and Elio, in which also worth equivalent to about $3.15 Trexlandian and 5 sickles. Take note, values are approximate. This is one video mentions one subject at beginning, the cute teddy bear made by one polar cub. It gets trexed out for sexual content but only left with a warning as she gets warned on the 7th at 22:05 RDK-ELC-TRC. Or ELS, TRS in Canberlish, in which I call as Trexer's time. 8th at 7:05 KBDT. This is yesterday, in which this subject also get deleted and user warned as other people shared their concern, as that of course result in alarm in which needed attention to one of my friends including you. This is believed to be modesty layers, as it would require some sort of content to go over the private parts. However, a walk hardly walled in fact applies to every item. This is one Minecraft related avatar on the platform also gets trexed out. Even appeals to it gets denied. This results in the fellow to remake the teddy bear. This is Sonic AV also gets trexed out. This is to show you another video excerpt stills, as you should note the text on the bottom. Whoa, this is IN2000 was only to find the teddy bear and Sonic plushie in store in Trex City prior to visit to meet you. The plus highs gets replaced with page with X. This is once I head to Delta 6, before arriving at Ilito Cafe. The plus highs in question made in Trex land gets pulled off the shelves and gets replaced with the one that is Canbordian made, however with one with no shorts and one with shorts. Yes, this is Trexlandian and Bloxlandian ordered merchants outside the areas including in Ilitopia including in Elite City Metro, to take those off the shelves made by Trexlandian and Bloxlandian including Delta 6 and recalls the items and told owners to toss it out. This gets attention to the Tronic Diamond Authority as they impose ban of imports of flagged items regardless of which region where it gets made, even outside of TDU including Canbordi, to Trexland and Bloxland. With Ilitopian border and customs seizing flagged items in question to Trex land once they region cross, as it might warrant inspection. If the agents detect a flagged item by tourists, they get jailed 30 days for Ilitopian residents, immediate deportation by tourists.
Damn. This as I heard what you said. This as I Cameron must give the bear to Robert Zarkers rather than Trexer the mentioned bear without shorts, even though it's made by Altronic, confirm as this gets allowed in Canbordi but not in Trexland.
Do not worry, Trexer, as I to give you the teddy bear in which is compliant to the subject, as the teddy bear is clothed although made by a Litopian firm costing 5 Elios, about 375 Canber coins. Oh my god. Thank you Robert X Kryptor. I do note a top and some pants get placed on it. Even footwear. This resembles fellow I know, I met with him.
Hey Adrain.
Hey Cameron.
Adrain, We have to cancel trip to Trexland in protest to certain items banned over so-called sexual consent and modesty layer, as I heard discussion by Trexer from Trex City, Trexland, and Cambodian fellow visiting Ilitopia.
Cameron, we aren't heading to Trexland however for other purpose as it's not among the areas we to head south to Xenopolis City once we are on vacation.
You are right, I didn't know of the agenda. Anyhow, you should recall subject back in 2022, EY1022 in September once I, Savage and the crew in Tokyo was in a friendly race. For some reason I had to sit out due to involvement with Savage in 2021 when I rammed into his Nissan Z. No wonder he had his other car, the Evo, and the race called off due to rain. Do I hear thunder?
I do hear thunder. Just look outside, it has since begun to rain.
Oh my god. It's beginning to rain. It's raining hard. IN2000 must listen to the radio for weather bulletins as I to put on my raincoat. Radio tuned to Elto News Radio 95.3. E. Trex alarm. Special weather statement issued for Trex City. Rainfall warning level 1 type L issued for Elite City. 40 mm rainfall amount is expected over course of the day. Heaviest activity in the morning. Wind gusts to 60 km per hour. I Trexer gotta put on my Trex jacket, also alerting Chris, Steve, Trex friends, Slackers, and Trexies plus eSports team Trex City Trexies of the weather conditions. This is I Trexer do note. There was an intense heat wave in which temperature has since soared to like 35 degrees Celsius with the humidex and heat index, felt like low 50s. This for over a metri week since start of June 2024, whereas it's a comfortable 20s here, however chilly nights as low as 10 degrees Celsius in Elite City and Trex City. Skies were pleasant where it was very hot and extremely humid in Zentona, Palma, Xenopolia as I check report. The same front in which produced rain here has already crossed through Zentona with thunderstorms with intense rain due to highest amount of moisture. This is I do note, over a meter of rain per hour rate, 5,000 up to 10,000 millimeters per hour. Lasting 6 hours? Now the city is flooded. This also goes for Pride City, in Ilitopia and Silvestar Zen, but temperatures were much cooler, only 14 degrees Celsius before the intense rain fell.
Anyhow, beside the weather, this as I also Tokyo plus the fellows had to take it to the motorway the next day, September 18, 2022 without Sean and Robert Kaistar, and Crystal Zanders plus the Devil GRY driver.
Deshaun, Robert, Crystal and other driver had other plans?
Yes, they were spectating baseball game. Now I Cameron must note, that I to find the fellow as I to find, whoa, I do note such action potential to end.
Savage, I hate to say it but we have to end this. This as the action I to preform is what you get for, You bashed at me and trying to stop me.
It is me. You should think twice on doing action to Savage. Take this, hold up. Did Tokyo's Evo suddenly stall? Did he ran out of gas?
Damn. I am out of gas. This says I can't continue. Fuel gauge at E, and rev counter dropped to 0. I must have to pull over safely and call the tow truck.
I must have to drive to Tokyo's Evo. The four-way hazards are on as he is pulling off the side of the road. He must have suffered vehicle trouble, either tire blown out, or radiator overheated, or he's out of fuel.
I had to make U-turn because Tokyo's Evo is in distress. Maybe he had a flat tire or he's out of gas.
This is my elder brother. Steven unfortunately was caught by Pride City police, however the cops had no luck finding Savage and the gang. Now Steven is in jail as I am his brother, Michael Trexi Iatronishu. I am 25, he's 28. I was born in Pride City, Silvestar Zen, Ilitopia. However, due to the flood in May 2024, Epsilon EY1024, I and my family had no choice but to move to Elite City in the Federal District. I even told Steven to refrain or risk getting arrested by the police. Now the car, 2020 Flex Trexer, has been seized, towed, and crushed. That car had a 6-speed manual and turbocharged inline-4 2.0-liter twin-turbo engine, all-wheel drive. The car I drive is a 2025 model year, all-wheel drive but with a inline-3 1.6-liter turbo. Similar engine as with the Toyota GR Corolla and GR Yaris, however only difference is the engine is mounted to electric motor and 7-speed dual clutch with rear electric motors. The car is a plug-in hybrid, PHEV with 80 to 100 km electric range before the gas engine takes over. It also comes in electric, normal hybrid, and mild hybrid and non-hybrid with front-wheel drive, rear-wheel drive or all-wheel drive, some with flex fuel engine support, some bi-fuel running on natural gas, LP gas, or hydrogen. Also offers in TDI clean diesel that can also run on biodiesel. Some with CVT, some with dual clutch auto, some with manual 6-speed transmissions. All come with iStop. I had to choose and customize mine that resemble what my elder brother used to drive, although I do not street race as I only race at Zen Speedway and at the area to the west of Elite City adjacent to Alito Castle.
I do note, I wonder on the max speed and 0 to 60.
0 to 60 kina nitros per choi, 0 to 100 km per hour in 3.3 seconds, 4.2 seconds if using the electric motors alone. 1.2 seconds in wide open watts with engine. Max speed in electric up to 250 km per hour, with the engine up to 320 km per hour, plus.
However, mine goes up to 200 km per hour, up to 150 km per hour in electric mode, and 0 to 100 km per hour in like 9 to 11 seconds. However, mine is more toward efficiency and not toward performance, as it goes as efficient as low as 3.8 liters per 100 kilometers, as mine have a 1.5 liter 3-cylinder naturally aspirated action cycle engine and EAWD and ECVT transmission with 2 motors in the front, additional 2 motors in the rear, and electric range of 160 kilometers, with electrical consumption of 80 watt-hours per kilometer, as mine is pearl white, as it's a 2025 Flex Trexer PHEV Eco, fuel range over 1,000 kilometers.
Whoa. No wonder it gets that darn efficient. Assuming running on gasoline?
Actually, it have a flex fuel engine that runs on ethanol, including E85 or E100.
Since this being a PHEV, some anti-rust and anti-corrosion must be fitted into the fuel line and the tank to prevent ethanol corrosion and rust on your car.
Yes, as it's a must to avoid damage to fuel line, fuel pump, tank, and parts. This is I have to inform my colleagues in Alftronic City at RDK-AT of the soccer, or association football match, Jackland Scrotiland and Burtonbergen Group Alpha at 790 Kiatricans. Air start on Alftronic and television and radio at 775 Kiatricans and 1930 in Webchesterfield and in Elitopian television at 750 Kiatricans, or 1400 hours Elite City on Elitosports 4 in pre-match. In the next 100 Kiatricans or 2.4 hours as it's 650 Kiatricans or 1136 Elite City as I to have my lunch soon.
11:36. I Mark E Kryptor just finished my lunch, as I must report to Studio RDE before 11:45 to anchor RDK 3000 TriStar Today Lunch Bites. This airing at 12.
This is it's the only clue
This
by
is it's
Elite
rumored
City
that the
Sentinels.
eSports match to
This is
occur at
it's
3.
the only notice in
Whoa! Oh my god! Esports alert! Yike! Siren and roll call alarm. Received bulletin. Siren originated from RDK 3000 TriStar for other purpose. Gonna have to alert the Elite City Emergency Management Office to request the activation of the EAS for clarification on this.
This is the Elitopian Emergency Broadcast Alerting System. Civil Authorities has issued a civil emergency message for Elite City Metro until 2:30 p.m. Elite City time. Severity for key information. Priority. This is not a test of emergency warning. This is information only. Please listen to the following message carefully.
Television viewers and radio listeners in Southwest Trexland and Northwest Blitzdinozinuli including Trex City and Blitzdinozinuli must disregard the following message. Timasoy io dalabara yoyo te ideo. The message is delivered Elitish, then in English. Aodanoi dano, o, aoi situ. Tizeragioi, Eugeni, Yuiao Efuni, Rodolfo Trioko Toida, Alio Tuasaraya, Alio Suara, Diwi situ. Tizera. Ioniai, Aegana, Pubiawari Zera, Tiracloud, Niaye Aegana, Pubiawari Zera, Tizera, Iowatana Afi, Rilikaliaya, Dudashawari Sasuasira, Damzi, Damza Batola, Samorio Iwagami, Dampi, Mata, Tiahabao Inuisa, Taikuao, Aquana or Inurogan Iositatin Izoeo Iopi Dizihoko, Hepnona Kai Nulo Dichi Iomako. Critical non-cell Divis Tax CLKO. Tidal. Duoco Duo Quattro Yahex Mis Tritrio Dis Quattro Wadi Juno Wadieo. Triaco Duo Quattro Ioda Hexo Mis Priatrio Dis Nulo Iolidis Zara Pi Hexa Quattro Iodis. Dini, Rapau, Dinikala, Tibaleka, Oidizera, Ue, Octa.
The message is also delivered via Canberra Telemedia warning systems as well, but only for CanberNet International Elta Polys 1 and 2 but for the Elite City feed. However, the Elitish message is muted as it's not the recognized language in Canberra World and Canberra Telemedia and will unmute when the message gets delivered in Canberralish or English. This is the subject really surprises I, Kan2000, Robert X Kryptor. Yes, as I Trexer learn, also sets off Trex alarm. Daniel's E Kryptor have just silenced the Trex siren. Hold up, message in English.
The siren going off right now is originated from RDK 3000 TriStar at Alito-Tronic Street at Alito Square in downtown Elite City. The siren is not an emergency public warning siren. To repeat, not an emergency public warning siren. The siren is intended for roll call alarm due to surprise sponsored eSports Data Battle competitive gaming match that has been announced to occur at 1500 Elite City time, Eastern Elitopian Daylight time, 79.1 Elite Metric time, 1900 Trax time, today on Thursday, June 13, 2024 in New Orleans. Zeta 13, Elite Year EY1024 Elite Day 164.
This translating to 0000 hours, midnight, and 0 seconds kbts, Canberra Time Standard, on Finita the 14th of Jakin of Canberra Year KB.P19, or Friday, 14th of June. 2024 in Kalishi 0 Duanel 0 Vinyl 0 on Netup the deck or 10th of 7th Meta of Canbordi and Spinelian Duodecimal year grew 2 do 9 or 177 halfway into Semana 2 do 2 or 26. This in over 40 minutes time, or less than 1.5 dozen Dodge Binels, do 5 or 17 to be exact. Being 28 crons / Kiotrokins. This is I wonder it gets attention to Canbordi City, especially the Canberra Unions. This is I to start video call with Rekeekan. Rekeekan. Have you heard the developments at 2315 kbts? Yes, Kan2000. This is I receive notification of well as with roll call alarm notice at RDK main in Elite City, Ilitopia also at the Altronican Bureau in Altronic City, Altronic Republic. I have telephoned Canbordi Capion from KB784 headquarters here in Canbordi City. He said, the Canberra Unions has since heard of this from Canberra Stomp as he played audible from his Canberra phone playing some sort of police siren. Since when? 2316 kbts. KB Gamer Deck had to cut out of VWGT Silumcast due to the Tronic alarm for Elito for ELS, however ends up Silumcast of affiliate Elito GRESP. This is I to unmute Canberra Lazuli, this is for Canberra Lazuli, take note. The subject announced at 2315 kbts to occur at midnight kbts in less than 40 minutes to occur at same time of movie screening debut of Inside Out 2 in Canbordi and in limited release including at Canberra Central's INMA at Canberra Malls. Are you and they still going to see the movie, or would you and / or they would rather spectate the eSports match, being Team Joy being Elite City Sentinels, X Gaming and Trex City Trexiux, and Team Envy of Canbordi City Sentinels and 2 Altronican-based teams. Altronic City Sentinels and Cloud Deck. They to compete in best of 9 in Dozagi of Onitgans 2 at DG Square Eltazit in Elite City, Eltapolis at 1500 hours local, midnight kbts with watch party here in Canbordi City but thank God, not yet at Canberra Central's INMAs at Canberra Central Mall. Watch party also at Altronic City as well.
I Canberra Lazuli must note that I am the Canberra Unions to rather see the movie however they to check the match at intervals as I to go head to my Canberra van really soon to transport the Canberra Unions to the mall.
When you be departing?
2330 kbts.
2330, noted. Kan2000, from ELS, take note. Canberra Lazuli just said that Canberra Unions to prioritize on the movie over the eSports match. Which movie? Inside Out 2, departure soon, at 2330 kbts. Where? Canberra Central Malls, at Canberra Central Theatre. The Eltapolis released to occur 5 hours later at 0500 kbts 14th Jakin KB.P19, 2000 hours ELS, 13th, June 2024, Choi and Desi Newt 0 on 14th Zeta EY1024 on Apriadis, Finita and KBTS, Thursday in ELS. To be held at Movie Cinema section of DG Square Eltazid. Here at Elite City, Federal District, Eltapolis, aka Elitopia as locales here say, or Huiltapolis as some Canbordians say, as tickets cost like 10 Elios, or 750 Canberra coins, 40 sickles.
750 Canberra coins? Here in Canbordi, it does start at 205 Canberra coins however for premium seating, costs 225 Canberra coins.
I must note, converts to 3 Elios for premium, 12 sickles, and about 2 Elio 75 or 10 sickles 95 for standard however I must note remark, the price I said in Eltapolis screening, is for VIP and premium, non-VIP is half for premium, 5 Elios, 20 sickles, 375 Canberra coins. Standard same price as with premium at Canberra Central's INMAs. However screening is 5 hours later at 0500 kbts, 2000 hours local, midnight UTK. Take note I am at DG Square Eltazit in ELS with Trexer who's visiting from Trex City, Trexland. Take note, movie screening in Trex City, Trexland tomorrow at 1300 hours at Trex Cinema, or 2200 hours kbts. Altronic City, and Omnistar around early next week in the mid-via Trocant break just in time for the Altronic and Legacy New Year screening. I am Mark E Kryptor, Mark Elitistar, from RDK-3000 TriStar RDK Newsline News Center over at Studio RDE at the RDK-3000 TriStar Main HQ in Elite City, Federal District, Ilitopia. This is we are joined with the remaining networks of RDK-3000 TriStar, television, radio, streaming and more as we must follow up on developing news as we are following a developing story from overnight. RDK-3000 TriStar RDK Newsline has learned that the political leader of the upcoming new Smurfatian election for the National Revolutionary Party has been shot in overnight hours RDK time, late morning in New Smurfatian in an assassination attempt by one of the activists who support against the party in response to female Smurf who were forced to have sex naked after taking off his clothes during campaign rally. This as leader of the National Revolutionary Party had a sexual affair with the female, supposedly to be his girlfriend. He is in the hospital in Julad, initially in critical condition, in which gets improved in the last hour to serious but stable and non-life-threatening as he is recovering. The suspect involved fleed to Silver City, Corjotopian as according to CJ News 24 and RDK-3000 TriStar Corjotopian Unit Division. The suspect has been caught since 1700 hours Silver City. 0800 RDK-ELC who trespass at RDK-3000 TriStar Corjotopian Unit Division Center Headquarters resulting in code C, hold and secure in place, for intruder alert, and was detained by RDK-CJP security in which gets handed over to Silver City Police. He to be deported back to New Smurfatian. The investigation continues on the matter as we will bring on with the latest on the developing story as more information comes into the newsroom, so stay tuned to the latest. Please stay tuned to RDK-3000 TriStar television service for the latest on the developing story and latest on the new Smurfatian election. Now, before we hand off back to VWGT, we must note the VWGT hosts report live from DG Square Litosat for this half hour anyhow we have noted since 1431 RDK-ELC in 13 seconds, some loud audible was playing over all loudspeakers of DG Square Litosat as Chris K. Kryptor told me via messaging. It's definitely not the Minecraft Herobrine game chap e-screamer but some other audible, this being the hockey goal horn being played over the loudspeakers. That music has been stopped after 60 seconds, this done by hockey fan of Elite City Elitos who we learn, has been caught by the security. In addition to one of the soccer fans for the HANA 2024 tournament being the opening match at 1500 hours RDK-ELC in the match kickoff. The soccer fan has also caught by security as not only Goalhorn was playing also the Vuvuzela audible. Both fellows has been escorted out for such disturbance and was given a warning. This as it was their first warning. VWGT had to go into a 60-second intermission as a result as the substitute host takes over at eSports Arena section. This as the VWGT hosts gets reassigned for other tasks. The substitute host is covering the of the Sentinels Cloud Deck Bunch visit, as we hand off. In fact, there's something that has occurred as that is offensive as we must remain on the air on RDK-3000 TriStar television service as we impose code T. This is the affiliates Trex Vision 4, KB Gamer Deck. Trony Explosive Vision under programming break. We have to alert them to immediately terminate the Xylem cast. This on the triple decks on the duodecimal countdown to the kickoff of HANA 2024 soccer tournament. This is code VRD is imposed. Vero simulcasting RDK-TV. As we want to welcome to the viewers on Vero Television. I am Mark E Kryptor, Mark Elitistar, from RDK-3000 TriStar RDK Newsline News Center over at Studio RDE at the RDK-3000 TriStar Main HQ in Elite City, Federal District, Ilitopia. This as we learn, at the triple decks on the countdown, the topless female has been photobombed on camera and exposed her breasts on the cams in which tripped off the auto-censor but rather than the notice slide. The feed was immediately cut to RDK-3000 TriStar television service feed without warning, in which result in code VRD when I was delivering remarks, in which is a good time for me to deliver what's happening right away to explain the cause of this to the viewers. Then as we learn, she turned to the substitute host as he said lewd inoffensive remark in which upsets Ilitotronics Telemedia, VWGT, and Vero producers, this being a Chronos editor, in which he gets suspended as a result. We have to pass you a programming alert. Today's episode of VWGT needed to prematurely end as a result of this, as the VWGT hosts are being reassigned to cover for Alito GRESP. Due to the eSports match announced earlier in the hour and protocols from the affiliates. Tonight's VWG2N will have to be preempted as Vero is banned from producing VWG2N for tonight over Incendiary exposure incident as per stern order by Blox Mod Council as per Trex Media for adult content and sexual consent as the episode gets terminated. KBMK state is: the episode must be cut short to comply with Cambodian broadcast code against nudity during live broadcast and for Neo-I and Ictroni Media stating to prevent further instances of nudity as per order by Tronic Diamond Telecommunications Authority and for second reason. Request from Alito GRESP to Asylum Cast eSports match at 15:12 RDK-ELC via Game Day Live today. VWGT Extra and VWG2N Extra on Vero Plus is already preempted to devote coverage of the soccer match Hana 2024 kickoff, and the Game 3 of ETHF Alito Trex Cup Finals in hockey as series shifts to Blueberry after Alitos win first 2 games on home ice. This is for Vero viewers, we have to say goodbye. For those who just tuning in and wondering what happened to VWGT, the episode needed to be cut short due to 2 subjects. 1. In compliance to protocols from the affiliates in wake of Indency exposure incident in which gets auto-censored. And related event being substitute host being Chronos correspondent saying offensive remark and VWG2N preempted in stern order for tonight. This blamed on topless female exposing breasts on triple deck on the Cambodian Spinelian countdown to movie release Inside Out 2 in Cambodian at Canberra Central Zinma at Canberra Malls, in Cambodi City and Hana 2024 soccer, or association football kickoff. Anyhow, the female has been caught and we have since learned, she to be permabanned from DG Square Litosat in addition to facing arrest by Elite City Metro Police as she to be charged for indency exposure in public. 2. High priority request from Alito GRESP to Asylum Cast the eSports match on Vero. This is the VWGT hosts who are on site at DG Square Litosat has been reassigned to cover the eSports match for Alito GRESP. This as it was initially to start at 1500 hours RDK-ELC, but thanks to the nuisance at Triple Elfs on the duodecimal countdown, gets rescheduled 12 minutes later at 1512 RDK-ELC, at top of Choi 80. 012 kbts, 005 kbdt, 800 Kiotrokins, top of Trexer 8. 1920 TRX. This is code VGR is imposed. Vero Television is simulcasting Alito GRESP Game Day Live today at this time. eSports teams being Elite City Sentinels, Trex City Trexies and X Gaming in Team Joy, and in Team Envy being Cambodi City Sentinels, Altronic City Sentinels and Cloud Deck, to compete in Best of 9, in Tron Laurent. In which gets changed at last minute from Dozagi of On Icons 2 due to popular demand. This is one of the 3 teams to compete in Team Joy and Team Envy as each eSports teams to take their turns competing. This is for the next map, another team to be competing. This is map 1 to be Elite City Sentinels for Team Joy and Cloud Deck in Team Envy in Tron Box, and the next 2 teams in the rotation to be selected at end of map 1.
I am Chris K. Kryptor. Jakur, Chris Kystar, joining in. This is a reminder. The eSports match to be covered within RDK-3000 TriStar network on RDK-TSR radio service 2, also on RDK-GRESPI had to be recalled back to Studio RDE because partner for the coverage of movie release from Chronos is suspended until next Monday due to offensive remark as the special on Chronos in which we would have simulcast from 1900 to 2000 RDK-ELC on RDK Tunes is now cancelled. That is all for now. I am Chris K. Kryptor.
And I am Mark E Kryptor signing off. RDK-3000 TriStar Today Blitz is coming up next in 20 minutes at 1500 hours RDK-ELC. In the meantime we hand off to Alito News 24 Deck Mill Asylum Cast. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
I must note as I check my planner, as I Daniel Jake Star learn, at start of June 2024 or Zeta EY1024, it's Kingdom Day 2024. EY1024 this is its federal observance in national level in Ilitopia, but in western side it's a provincial holiday in the western provinces where it used to be the kingdom's final strongholds. Even Pacifica too as the national holiday, however Pacifica gained independence around mid-November 1358 to avoid battle with the communist state of Ilito. Since Pacifica is part of TDU2, also part of Kudo-Pak Union, it's also a union-wide observance for Kudo-Pak Union and Tronic Diamond Union called Ilito Kingdom Day. Now, today, June 13th, 2024 or Zeta 13th. EY1024 where it's 1 year since owning the jet ski and first anniversary of Ilito Swift replacing the Ilito Fury. Also Heptmized 13th on Legacy Alpha as its Ilito Trinity Day, in which it's not only an Ilitopian observance but also Tronic Diamond observance, as well as there used to be parades to mark this, but due to rain, postponed to tomorrow at 2 PM Elite City to be a nice day. No wonder the ELG Game Jam and TDESPA ordered league-wide PWN days on Ilito Kingdom Day and Ilito Trinity Day, and first year of the 16th enhancement of the Ilito Gems on June 19th, 2024 and Zeta 19th. EY1024 officially, June 20th informally, Heptmize 14 in Heritage Method being tomorrow. You are right on the money, Daniel as Ilitoizard must note, today and tomorrow to be special days being Heptmize 13th and 14th of EY1024. This as the Heptmize month occurs on the first 24 days of Zeta EY1024 and June 2024, in which to be dubbed Golden Month.
Yes, as we have the Ilito Castle decorated as the key subject to occur toward Choi and Decimate 0 on Zeta and Heptmiz 14th, EY1024 on a Pridize as I Princess Omega must note, fireworks at Ilito Castle with orchestral music playing at the newest venue, Ilito Sphere.
Heptmize? What is that? IN2000 do note subject they discuss regarding local event here to occur 14th Jacan KB.P19 at 5 o'clock KBTS. However IN Trexer do note venue, Elto Sphere, just within the downtown.
Robert, that is the 7th month of the Legacy Alpha calendar, in which uses the calendar structure similar to the Camber Spinel solar calendar, as it uses a 15/24 pattern with 16th month to be added to keep it in sync with the true solar counterpart.
Yes, Princess Omega as it is also month pattern for the Ultimo Pian calendar, loosely based on the Corjotopian calendar, but the Corjotopian calendar uses the 12/30 format with 13th month if needed, as it was also used for the Trex calendar before revision in late October 2023, late Kappa and Solar. And around start of 13th month in Leg Alpha of EY1023 and Charbier XTX.Y23 and switch from second Trex Weege of Charprier X in Legacy method. This as I Trexer learn, Heptmize 14th in Leg Alpha Ilito is Alpha Pentarix 20th in Trex Legacy, Bravo Pentarix 16 in Trex Modern. On a Hexadecane AO Nerf Day of Trex Tier TX.Y24 being Priad is Zeta 16th, Elite Year EY1024, Friday June 14th, 2024 and Finita 14th Jacan of Canber Year KB.P19 or what I call Canber Year XIX being street number for subject I find here in Elite City being the address of subject I discover this morning.
You must be referring to location to my house. As for you Trexer, you should at least respect the privacy of the Sinetrans, as I Michael Sinetron noted activity via push notification on my phone and looked at the smart wireless cameras and noted you and Robert near my house next to your and Robert's cars with Cambodia and Trexland license plates. You Shardiv also note the beware of dog sign.
note that some of you have unheard of this, as the video game and map gets chosen by me. This is the eSports match is about to start as I am Trexer am excited. Mickey with the guitar, perform when I say action word. This is the show match. Team Swift versus Team Trexer. Video game, Trex Blitz Laser Strike 3000. Map being great, similar to the laser tag battle arena and Roblox in templates, same mode as with the main match. Here we go. I, Claw and Steve to shoutcast. 3, 2, 1. Game off. Get into the game. It's round 1 as it's off goes the horses.
except for use in review or editorial use. Distribution and reproduction of work without permission is prohibited. Fireworks footage used in this video presentation provided by WDIV-TV Local 4 NBC affiliation under by Graham Media Corporation, Detroit, Michigan. Canbor 784 contents used in this video presentation provided by KB784 Productions under by KBIP. Roblox scenes used in this video presentation provided by R8664 Studios. CR 2024, EY1024, TX.Y24, EMS89M, EMY374.18, Z127, RDK-3000 TriStar Video Studio Productions, a division of RDK-3000 TriStar. All rights reserved. This preceding RDK vid program was a presentation of RDK-VSP, a presentation of RDK-VSP. This has been an RDK-3000 TriStar Video Studio Production presentation.